Good morning. My name's Mark, and today I'm going to show you how we run a multilingual DTP project for you as a language service provider. So our starting point is to create a new campaign. So I'm going to call this How We Do Multilingual DTP. We're going to set the brand. The reason we use brands, we have a translation memory, and our translation memory is basically segmented by brands. And this is done so that in the event of us working with you on a long-term basis with brands you're supporting, as the translation memory builds and as you send through artworks for us to adapt in language, the translation memory will automatically build those pages based on 100% match where we have the translation memory. So I've created that campaign. I'm now going to upload my artwork. Now, please bear with me because this is a reasonable size file. It's 34 pages. I'm going to upload it as a sentence. I'm going to put it in as an education. This again helps with the translation memory. And I'm going to select InDesign. We natively support InDesign, and we are running Adobe's InDesign server. So I'm just going to ingest this InDesign file. This will take a little while because what our system's doing is it's updating the system. It's building a new InDesign version from the upload, and it's basically deconstructing all of the elements, including the text, as a first pass file preparation for translation. So just bear with me as we ingest this file. So the idea behind our system is upload, download. We upload the InDesign file, we download either the XLIF, the IDML, or the docx multilingual table. And then we send that to you, you translate those files, you send them back, and then on ingestion of those files, it automatically builds the target language versions of the InDesign file. So as you can see, this is a 24-page document. I have a thumbnail here, I can click through, gives me a very clear understanding of what's on the page, and I can see exactly what I've got to translate. It's actually it's a children's book, so this is 683 words. It gives me all the mechanicals, but effectively I'm now good to go. So we know that in this instance your target language is French. We can set this up for multiple languages. It's a very simple process. We just basically build a task preset and we set up the languages, and then once we select the task preset, it will then automatically build all of those language versions. So I'm going to go into French. I'm going to use Richard, who's our head of production. As this is a test, this will just go through. I'm going to set the deadline of Monday. I'm also going to use Richard as the proofreader. I'm going to set the deadline for proofreading of Wednesday, and I'm going to give it a sign-off date of the 30th. So that's pretty simple. Once that's now done, what we're doing is we're saying, right, okay, we're good to go. We're going to start this project. So what the system's now doing is it's building another target InDesign file for French. It's creating a JPEG preview, a PDF, a docx table, an XLIF, and an IDML. So all of those files are available for us to then download and send to you automatically. And that's really the benefit of working with us as your DTP partner. We automate and remove manual intervention. And as you probably know, we offshore our final polishing and finishing using our operations in India. And our capacity is basically 3,000 pages per week per operator. And we've got a team of 20, so we have an enormous capacity. And our price point, as you already know, is incredibly low. So it's just going to go through. It's going to take a little time because it's doing quite a lot of work there. So once it's finished, we will have a file that we can download from, and we can send that to any of you based on this service. So the upload download position is very simple. Send us the packaging design file. We send you back either the IDML or the docx table or the XLIF. You send us back those translated files. We build. Then we're into approval and sign off of artwork. The assumption is that you've checked and approved the translation, and the only thing that we're now going to worry about is the imposition layout and the physical brand guidelines we need to work to for each target language. This will be finished now. So as you can see, we've got a French file, and if you look here, you can see that we're already at 90%, and that's because the translation memory has kicked in, and therefore the file is already partially translated. Now, as you can see, when I look at the French file, we've got overflow on pages 3 right the way down to 22. So from a production standard, it's telling us straight away that this French file needs artwork. But you can see from the preview I'm sharing with you now, it's already in French. And if I just go to the side preview, I can click to, this is a good page to look at. And you can see the whole job is now already in French. So this is really the speed of our production. And if I show you by clicking on the right-hand side here at the top of the column, you can see we're at 90%. When I click here, what it will do is it will tell me where we are missing translation. So this is now just giving me a report from the InDesign file, from the build, what's actually missing. And you can see we've got penguins have dark coloured white feathers. All of this information we can now share with you. So if this has been missed, we're now able to tell you what has not been translated. And after that, we have a pretty straightforward workflow, but that's what I wanted to share with you today. Thank you for watching, and obviously if you have any questions, please feel free to call me.